This isn't about the Temptations, Four Tops, or Supremes.
Set me free, why don't you, baby?
This is about the 70s soul and R&B bands you probably never heard of. The ones that burned bright, left a single unforgettable groove, then vanished. Today, we're unearthing 12 obscure R&B and soul bands you need to hear. Number 12, the Whatnauts, Baltimore's forgotten harmony kings.
Here we have moments without their Whatnauts, which is a little bit painful. They're going to sing about girls.
Hailing from Baltimore, the Whatnauts started harmonizing in the late 60s, eventually signing with A&I Records before bouncing to Stang Records. Their 1970 track, Message from a Black Man, captured the urgency of the times.
This is a message to y'all. You gotta understand.
While I'll Erase Away Your Pain, in 1971 became a quiet storm staple.
I'll erase away.
But here's the twist. Their biggest recognition didn't come until decades later, when hip-hop producers sampled their cuts, from Kanye West to De La Soul. Imagine being at a Baltimore club in '72, the lights low, couples slow dancing, and the Whatnauts' harmonies floating like smoke in the air. Today, vinyl collectors chase their rare singles, and R&B purists hold them up as a perfect blend of social commentary and tender soul. Number 11, Creative Source, the West Coast funk soul collective.
The Creative Source.
Formed in Los Angeles and discovered by Fifth Dimension's Ron Townsend, Creative Source was a mixed gender group with an eclectic sound. Signed to Sussex Records, their 1973 self-titled debut blended funk grooves with lush vocal arrangements. Their cover of Bill Withers' Who Is He and What Is He to You was pure heat. Transforming a simmering soul cut into a dance floor stormer. Yet despite touring with big names and boasting polished production, they never cracked mainstream stardom. Picture a sweaty LA club in '74, bell-bottoms swaying, afros glowing under disco lights, as Creative Source builds harmonies that felt too funky for pop but too smooth to ignore.
Open up the door.
Their legacy lives in crates of rare groove DJs who still spin their cuts for those in the know. Number 10, The Natural Four, Oakland's Lost Voices.
The Natural Four. Can this be real?
The Natural Four emerged from Oakland, California at a time when the Bay was pulsing with funk and soul. Their early singles on Bula Bula Records caught attention, but it wasn't until they signed to Curtin Records, Curtis Mayfield's label, that they hit their stride.
Representing Curtis Mayfield's Curtom label, four young men who we feel are a safe bet for superstardom. From the Bay Area of Northern California, let's get some hands together, gang, for the Natural Four.
Their 1974 single, Can This Be Real, became a minor hit. A slow jam that captured the ache of young love.
Can this be real? What I'm feeling now.
But the group never quite broke through, overshadowed by heavier names on the label. Still, their harmonies echo that sweet spot between doo-wop and 70s soul.
Everything else can run out.
Close your eyes, and you can almost hear them on a summer night in Oakland, serenading under flickering streetlights. Today, collectors prize their Curtom LPs as hidden jewels of the era. Number 9, Southshore Commission, Chicago's funk architects.
And the Fabulous Silvers. This is the Southshore Commission and one they call The Right Track.
From the Windy City came the Southshore Commission, a funk-driven band signed to Wand Records and later Atlantic. Their self-titled 1975 album is a disco soul gem, with Freeman lighting up dance floors across America. But while Freeman made noise on the R&B charts, the group never sustained their momentum. Their tight musicianship, punchy horns, layered percussion, and gritty vocals was the sound of Chicago clubs in the mid-70s.
Hope when the morning comes, you won't turn them.
Imagine stepping into a roller rink in '75, lights spinning, skates gliding, as Freeman pumps through giant speakers. They might not have topped Motown, but their influence on disco-funk bands that followed can't be overlooked. Number 8, Black Heat, Funk with Fire.
Brothers and sisters, if you will, would you join me in welcoming for the first time on Soul, Black Heat.
Signed to Atlantic Records in the early '70s, Black Heat was a Washington, D.C.-based funk band who carried the torch of James Brown's Fiery Grooves. Their 1972 debut featured heavy-hitting tracks like No Time to Burn and Super Cool, complete with blazing horns and deep bass lines. They even shared stages with Earth, Wind and Fire, but never climbed to the same heights. Still, their records became cult classics, cherished by funk purists.
Doing bad, children looking kinda sad, just enough to make me mad. Hey, that's what they say.
Picture a smoky club, packed shoulder to shoulder, the bass rattling your chest as Black Heat tears into a 10-minute jam. That was the essence of their live power. Today, crate diggers chase their LPs as pure funk gold. Number 7, Ripple, the funk band behind the whistle. Ripple, hailing from Michigan, hit the scene with a fusion of funk and rock that set them apart. Their 1973 hit, I Don't Know What It Is, But It Sure Is Funky, became a dance floor anthem.
I don't know what it is, baby, so do love.
And yes, that's the one with the unforgettable whistle hook. Despite the infectious energy, Ripple never managed to parlay that momentum into long-term success.
Wouldn't I mount back up to the reason why?
But for those who were there, their live shows were explosive, a mix of funk grit and psychedelic flair. Close your eyes, and you can almost hear that whistle echoing across a block party. Kids dancing in the street, while elders nod to the beat on front porches. Ripple may have been short-lived, but their sound defined the funky joy of the mid-'70s. If these forgotten grooves are bringing back memories, or maybe opening your ears to something new.
Here's a road, no simple.
Give this video a thumbs up. It helps us keep the soul alive and spread the word on these hidden gems. And don't go anywhere. We've still got 6 more bands that'll make you wonder how they slipped past the spotlight. Number 6, Faith, Hope, and Charity, Sweet Soul Harmony. Produced by Van McCoy, the genius behind The Hustle, Faith, Hope, and Charity were a New York-based trio who blended disco with gospel-tinged harmonies. Their 1975 single, To Each His Own, climbed the R&B charts, and they lit up dance floors with Don't Pity Me. But as disco fever rose, the group was often overshadowed by bigger acts.
I don't know if it's right for you, no.
Despite their lush arrangements and silky vocals. Imagine a mid-'70s Manhattan club, glitter ball spinning, as Faith, Hope, and Charity's harmonies wash over the dance floor. Their songs remain beloved by Northern Soul fans, proof that sometimes the sweetest harmonies get tucked away in history's corners. Number 5, 100 Proof, Aged in Soul, Detroit's hidden treasure. Straight from Detroit, this group formed by Steve Mancha and Eddie Holiday in 1969 had Motown gritted without the Motown machine behind them. Signed to Hot Wax Records, run by Holland Dozier Holland after leaving Motown. They struck with Somebody's Been Sleeping in 1970. That single hit top 10 on the Billboard R&B charts, But the group never sustained that mainstream push. Still, their combination of gritty storytelling and polished soul arrangements makes them a favorite among collectors. You can almost picture Detroit's auto workers clocking out on a Friday, heading to a club, and finding release in 100 proofs raw yet refined grooves. Number 4, Black Ivory, Harlem's young soul dreamers.
Oh, you heard their story. I'm talking about Black Ivory. Now it's time to hear their sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, Black Ivory.
Formed by teenagers in Harlem, Black Ivory signed to Today Records under Patrick Adams' guidance. Their 1971 ballad, Don't Turn Around, became a quiet storm classic. Powered by Leroy Burgess's soaring falsetto. They were young, gifted, and soulful, but competing in a crowded R&B market made it hard to break nationally. Yet their ballads captured the innocence and yearning of the early 70s like few others. Picture a New York block party winding down at sunset, couples slow dancing as Black Ivory's voices glide from a turntable. Though they never reached superstar heights, their influence stretched into disco and beyond, with Burgess later becoming a key figure in boogie and dance music. Number 3, The Dramatics, soul's unsung storytellers. Though better known than some on this list, the Dramatics often get overshadowed by the Temptations. From Detroit, they broke out with What You See Is What You Get in 1971, followed by the timeless In the Rain. Their harmonies were tight, their stage suits dazzling, yet they never quite became household names outside hardcore soul fans. Still, their emotional ballads painted everyday struggles with beauty and grace.
All lead, no followers in this group. How do you do that, okay?
Close your eyes, and you're back in a 72 lounge, drinks clinking, lights low, as the Dramatics' harmonies filled the air like velvet. They remain a cornerstone for soul lovers who dig deeper than the surface. Number 2, Skull Snaps, the one-album wonder. Talk about obscure. Skull Snaps released just one self-titled album in 1973.
What you gonna do? Yeah.
Blending funk, soul, and raw rhythm. The band disappeared almost as quickly as they arrived, but one drum break from It's a New Day became one of the most sampled beats in hip-hop history.
Well, on your march, get set, get ready, let's go.
From Eric B. and Rakim to The Far Side, that groove kept their legacy alive. Imagine spinning their record back in '73, not knowing that decades later, DJs and producers would treat it like holy scripture. For soul fans, Skull Snaps are proof that sometimes a single LP can echo louder than entire careers. Number 1, Pleasure, Portland's funk soul secret.
Happening tomorrow, members of the musical group Pleasure back together for a special reunion concert.
Topping our list is Pleasure, a Portland-based funk soul jazz fusion band signed to Fantasy Records. Mentored by Crusaders' Wayne Henderson, they dropped albums like Dust Yourself Off and Joyous in the mid-'70s. Their hit Glide became a funk classic, though they never achieved household name status. Still, their musicianship, tight, sophisticated, playful, was unmatched. picture a Portland club in '77, neon lights flashing, and Pleasure's horn section blasting as dancers lose themselves in the groove. For collectors, DJs, and funk devotees, Pleasure stands as the ultimate reminder. Some of the best soul of the '70s lived far from the spotlight. From Baltimore harmonies to Portland funk, these 12 groups remind us that the '70s soul scene was deeper than the charts ever showed. Hidden voices, raw grooves, and forgotten gems, all waiting for a new spin on your turntable. Thanks for joining us on this soul stroll. Subscribe to keep the groove alive and never miss our next countdown. And if you're ready for more, up next we've got the unforgettable soul hits of 1971. Click it, and let's keep the rhythm rolling.